Black Book is about a young girl, Jewish, who gets in a terrible situation in the beginning of the at the end of the war, and nearly dies, and then has to survive. That's the main story. As she tries to survive, she makes connections with the Dutch resistance and starts to work for them, so to infiltrate German headquarters. And then of course she gets in more and more danger. So she escapes from danger to get into more danger, and then you will see her journey through these terrible things, the dangerous things, especially in the last half year of the war. I mean, a lot of the things that we're using in the movie, scenes, characters, whatever, all come from that last half year of the Second World War. That was material that we already discovered years ago, my scriptwriter Gerard Soterman and me, in fact, when I was doing Soldier of Orange, but never used. And it is basically, it's more that we had that interesting material about human behavior, isn't it? What people will do to each other. I mean, we know what people can do to each other now, isn't it? Not only that's not only in Holland, but that is also clearly from what is happening in many prisons under American supervision at the moment. So that aspect was so intriguing that Geert and I have been thinking about this project for many years, probably 15 or 20 years. And in the last couple of years, we decided that we wanted to make this movie because it was something that had never been shown, something completely unique, even for foreigners, and so also for the Dutch. And so we wrote this script together, and it took us only a long time because we had the wrong principle. We thought that the boy would be the hero, but ultimately we realized that we could only make the movie when the girl was the heroine. She's pretty well known, or very well known in Holland, clearly, and I chose her because when I did testing in Holland, that she was by far the best. She's an excellent actress. She looks great in the film and in reality too, otherwise. But and she is an enormous talent. I mean, it's an actress that I think can do everything, and breaks through whatever barriers, whatever problems, whatever unpleasant situations we went through with nudity and or aggressivity that she has to handle, and she does that in a magnificent way. And I think she's a top actress. You know, she's absolutely phenomenal, I think. It is spoken in 4 languages. It's spoken in Dutch, yes, German, clearly, because 3 of the main characters are German and speak German only. The girl, Carice, speaks also German with the Germans, so she is bilingual there. Then there is English for the latter part of the movie, when the liberation starts, and the Canadians and the Brits come into The Hague. And then there is even scenes in Israel at the beginning or the end of the movie where people speak Hebrew. So there's 4 languages used, and everybody speaks his own language. We have just done exactly with trying to make everything completely authentic, because the Germans would not speak Dutch, but the Dutch would speak German. So that kind of things. And at the end, when the Canadians come, then the Germans speak English, because a lot of Germans spoke pretty well English even at that time, especially in the army. So we have used all these possibilities. It's what you would call a really European movie. It is it's shot in 2 countries, 3 countries, in Israel, Holland, and Germany, and I consider it as my first European movie. It's an adventure story to a large degree. It's a journey of a girl going through dire circumstances and nearly losing her life. It's also a thriller, because there is a mystery at the bottom of the whole thing that is only revealed at the very end of the movie. That person that was basically behind the slaughtering of her family, and then it's a character study also. It's also about how people behave under these circumstances, and how their characters probably are misformed by the circumstances.